Hi Aces, welcome back to our Vegas Aces YouTube channel. My name is Angela Marie and I'll be your host for today. In this video, we'll discuss the area of the game that most new players find confusing and somewhat intimidating, the proposition box or prop box. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you'll always be notified of our latest videos and live streams. Now, on with the show. The prop box in reality is quite easy to understand. Simply put, you're betting that the dice will roll just like the pictures on the layout. Before we get started, I want to quickly explain the difference between 2 and 4. On some craps tables, you will see the props payout say 10-4-1, while other tables say 9-2-1. This is exactly the same thing. If a player bets $1 and wins 9-2-1, they will receive $9, and their $1 chip stays up on the table. If the player bets $1 and wins 10-4-1, they will receive $10. However, the casino will take their original $1 bet. In the end, both players have $10. Keep this in mind when you see the payouts 2-1 or 4-1. Now, there are two different types of bets in the prop box, one-roll bets and all-day bets. First, let's take a look at all-day bets. These are also called the hardways bets. The hardways are 4, 6, 8, and 10. What you are betting here is simply saying that the next 4, 6, 8, and 10 are going to be rolled as a pair, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, or 5-5. If the number comes any other way than what is pictured, it's called an easy way, and the bet loses. Also, if a 7 rolls, the bets will lose as well. Guess not all bets win on Easy Street. The table minimums for the prop box are lower than what the table minimum is for the game itself. Most casinos will let you play dollar bets in the prop box, even if the table minimum to play the game is a $10 bet. However, if you are only playing the prop box, some casinos will mandate that you must play the table minimum. Let's take a look at how the hardways can be played if you have a bet on the pass line of $10. You roll an 8 as your point. Taking an additional $10 for your odds, you are hoping to roll an 8 before a 7 to win your bets. Now, as a side bet, you can throw $5 to the stick man and say $5 hard 8. Now, if you roll any 8 before a 7, you'll win on the pass line. But if you roll an 8 and it comes up 4-4, you win both bets, the pass line and the hard 8 bet, which will be paid 9-1. The hard 8 and 6 pays 9-1, while the hard 4 and 10 pays 7-1. The reason for this is if you look at the graph again, you'll see that there are 4 ways to roll an easy 6 and 8 and only 2 ways to roll a 4 and a 10. You can bet one or all of the hard ways if you wish, but here are some rules when betting them. Rule number 1. All prop bets should be made while the dice are in the center of the table. Rule number 2. Listen to the stick man. Once they bring the dice back to the center of the table, they will call out prop bets by saying things like, "Get your hardways," "Hardway money now." This lets the players know that this is the time to make your bets. To do this, simply toss the amount you want bet to the stick man and say $5 hard 8 or all the hardways $1 each. Remember, while the dealers on the sides of the table may have to keep track of 7 or 8 players at a time, the stick man has to keep track of all the players on both sides of the table who are making prop bets. So when you make your bet, be sure the dealer on the base or the stick man knows you are betting it. You want to avoid making late bets because this will disrupt the flow of the game, and the dealer will actually say no bet if the bet comes in too late. Now let's take a look at the other bets in the prop box. The rest of these bets are one-roll bets, meaning the dice have to come up on what you bet on the next roll of the dice or the bet loses. One-roll bets are like playing the lottery, except on a table game. High risk, high reward. Think of them as the roller coaster of craps. Hold on tight because it's over before you know it. You will see that the odds for these bets pay off a lot more than the hard ways because they must win on the next roll of the dice. If these bets don't win via the next dice roll, they will lose and be taken by the dealer. You can tell what are one-roll bets or all-day bets by the color of the text on the layout. The first one we will discuss is the C and E bet. The C stands for any craps and the E stands for an 11. A crap number, as we learned in the first lesson, is 2, 3, or 12. If either of these numbers come up on the next roll of the dice, you will be paid 7-1. If an 11 rolls, you will be paid 15-1. This is a $2 minimum bet, $1 each for the C and the E. Now the next bet we'll take a look at is the horn bet. This bet uses the same 4 numbers as a C and E bet, the 2, 3, 11, and 12, but we are betting each number individually. This will be a $4 minimum bet, so a $1 for each number. If a 2 or 12 rolls on the next roll of the dice, the $1 on the 2 or 12 will be paid 30-1, minus the other $3 bet for a total payout of $27. If a 3 or an 11 is rolled, the $1 will be paid 15-1, minus the other $3 for a total payout of $12. I quickly want to point out an important note. These prop bets are one-roll bets. However, the casino will always pay your winning bets while keeping your bet up to win again. After you are paid and while the dice are in the center of the table, you can either add more money to your prop bets or tell the dealer to take your bets down. The vast majority of players will keep their bets up to win again. The next prop bet we will discuss are the horn high bets. Now, if you understand the horn bets, then you already know the horn high bets. It is simply a horn bet, but with an extra dollar on the 2, 3, 11, or 12. These bets are made in $5 increments. An example is, if you make a $5 horn high 12, it is simply a horn bet with $2 on a 12. Should a 12 roll, the $2 on the 12 will be paid 30-1, minus the remaining $3 for a total payout of $57. Now let's go over some of the terminology of the prop box. There are some slang terms that are used on the game that might sound confusing, so let's go over some of the basic ones. If both dice show a 1-1, this is called aces or snake eyes. If both dice show a 6-6, this is called boxcars. If the dice show a 1-2, this is called ace-deuce. If the dice show an 11, this is called a yo. And the reason why an 11 is called a yo is because in a loud casino, an 11 might sound like a 7. So to avoid confusion, an 11 is called a yo. As a side note, it's an unwritten rule that you never say the word 7 on a craps table. This is considered bad luck, and players just don't want to hear it. It's kind of like saying Beetlejuice 3 times, except here you only need to say it once to cause chaos. Which brings us to the next bet in the prop box, the any 7 bet. This bet is saying the next roll of the dice will be a 7. If it is, it pays 4-1. So how do we bet this without saying the word 7? We call this bet the big red, or just red. Obviously my favorite bet. To bet this, you can throw in $5 and say, $5 big red. To show your love for craps, blackjack, or the casino in general, check out our assortment of gambling-related shirts and merchandise, the perfect way to display your passion for the game while staying stylish and comfortable at the table or on the go. Don't miss out on our unique designs. You can find the link to our shop in the description below. When considering proposition odds, keep in mind that every casino is different, so some casinos might pay different odds than other casinos. Anyway, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much, Aces, for joining me today to learn about prop bets. Just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Click that hype button to help us get our content out there and grow as a channel or donate. Donations make it possible for all of these videos to be brought to you for free. If you think this video is worth more than $0, then please donate the amount you feel it is worth by clicking the link in the description below. If you can't afford to financially support us, then help us update our World Toke Board. This shows the toke numbers for casino dealers around the world. But we can't update these numbers if people don't contribute. You can anonymously send us your toke numbers via our toke line or by emailing heather@vegas-aces.com. Also, if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Do you want to see our content 5 days early? Subscribe to us on Patreon, where we give our patrons exclusive early access and coach new dealers on how to get into the industry. Our business also helps casino game inventors with developing, bringing their idea to fruition and onto the casino floor. And if you're looking for even more content, check out our other videos here on the screen. We also offer interview transcripts, flashcards, dealer instruction manuals, the world's first toke board, and so much more, all on our website, vegas-aces.com. You can find all of these links in the description below. Until the next time, stay lucky, Aces.